Hello, friends. Today we are going to listen to the story of a little girl called Priya, who was 10 years old. No, actually, she was 11. The day that we are talking of, that day was her birthday, and she had completed 11 years. She was very excited. She was coming back home from school and was wondering what her parents had got for her. Her father, who was a very noted criminal lawyer of the state and highly respected, always managed to get something really interesting for her. But even though he was so respected in the court, at home it was her mother who was the real judge and who would decide everything. And for a whole year, Priya had been asking her parents, "Oh, please get me a puppy. Please, mummy, get me a puppy. I would really love a little dog as a pet." And her mother had said, "Priya, you have to be responsible and you have to take care of the puppy. I am not going to look after the dog. Until you don't demonstrate to me that you are now responsible enough, I am not going to get you the dog." "But mummy," Priya had said, I truly am. I really will take care of the dog." But her mother had refused to budge. Priya came home and wondered, what is it that my parents would have got for me today? She opened the gate of her house, and there was her little brother, her 4-year-old brother Jay, jumping up and down. "Priya, Priya, see what we have got for you. Come, come, have a look." And she said, "What?" And her mother said, "Jay, it's a surprise. Can't you keep quiet?" "What surprise, mummy? Come inside." She entered the house. She looked inside. Everything seemed the same. There were not even any balloons or streamers or any decoration to show that it was her birthday. What was so different today? And then Priya felt something soft and furry at her feet. And she looked down, and there it was, the sweetest, most adorable little puppy. And she picked him up and she said, "Oh, mummy, you got me a dog. Finally, you did." And her mother said, "Yes, but remember that you have to now take care of it." And Jay jumped up and down and he said, "Priya Didi, I've even found a name for this dog. We are going to call him Mogambo." And Priya looked at him and she said, "Mogambo? That sounds more like a villain. And it's more a name for a hippopotamus than a dog. I know what I'm going to call him." And he said, "What?" And she said, "I'm going to call him Chetak." And her mother smiled and said, "Yes, that's a very nice name, Priya. Jay, do you remember the story of Chetak, the horse of Maharana Pratap, and how brave he was? Well, let's hope this little fellow grows up to be as strong and brave." Priya took him out into the garden and she played with him. In the evening, when she was feeding him, she noticed that he was scratching himself, and the skin on his back had turned a little pink. She picked him up and ran to her father, and she said, "Daddy, what is wrong with Chetak? I think there is something the problem." And the father looked. He says, "Yeah, Priya, you're right. I think we need to take him to the vet." They both got into the car. Chetak was sitting on Priya's lap on a towel, and they went to the vet. There were lots of people who were there with their different animals. And Priya sat down. Suddenly she heard a voice. "Hi, Priya." She looked up. It was Manisha from her class, a girl whom she didn't like at all. Manisha was always showing off. Her parents were very rich, and she was always trying to talk about her holidays abroad and the fancy things she had. And Priya saw, that Manisha had 2 dogs on a leash, very sleek and very nice looking dogs. And Manisha said, "Oh, Priya, so you've got yourself a dog as well." "Oh, what kind of a breed is that? Is that a pedigreed dog? Look at mine. This one is a Dachshund and that's a Golden Retriever. What breed is he? He looks like a street dog to me." Priya became very silent and Manisha walked off. The vet said that that's right, the dog has fleas, which is very common for dogs of this kind. Here is a powder which you will feed him twice a day, and within 2 or 3 days he'll be perfectly all right, nothing to worry. Priya returned with her father, but she was very quiet. The father thought that maybe it was the fleas that was worrying her. The next day, Priya went to her father and she said, "Daddy, do you think we can drop Chetak back from where you picked him up?" And her father said, "Why, Priya? What happened? Is it the fleas that's worrying you?" "No, Daddy." "Then what is it? You were so happy yesterday. Now what has happened? That you want to drop Chetak back?" And she said, "Daddy, do you remember that girl that I saw at the vet's place?" And the father said, "Yeah." So Priya told him the entire conversation that had happened with Manisha. And she said, I want a dog with a pedigree, Daddy. I don't want a street dog. And the father looked at her. It was Sunday, so he was very relaxed. And he said, Come, Priya, before we take any decision, let me tell you a little story. Priya very happily climbed up next to her father. And then the father said, many years ago, he says there was a little boy called Jaggu. Jaggu was an orphan. And he used to stay in an orphanage that was run by a person called Manik. The whole day, Jaggu would be out with the other orphans looking for any kind of work that they could do on the streets. And then in the night, they would come back, hungry and tired. Mr. Manik would give them whatever food that he had, that he could afford to give them. And the boys would sleep on the floor. Priya looked at her father and she said, Didn't Jaggu go to school? No, the father said, he couldn't, because Mr. Manik couldn't afford to send the boys to school. One day, Jaggu was out in the street, as usual, hunting for some work, when he saw a young couple crossing the road with a little girl, about 2 years old, between them. And suddenly, Jaggu noticed that the little girl left her father's hand and dashed across the road, and there was a car coming at a high speed. Jaggu jumped, quickly ran and jumped, and he picked up the little girl and ran to the other side of the road. But the car, which was coming at high speed, knocked him over, and he lost consciousness. When he woke up, he was in a very nice soft bed, but in a very strange room. And he said, Where am I? And his leg was hurting. There was a very kind lady who was smiling at him. And suddenly Jaggu remembered that was the lady whose little daughter had been crossing the road. And she said, Thank you so much. Please tell us your name and tell us where you live. You saved our daughter Aarti today, and we would like to take you back home. You broke your leg, but the doctor has come and put it in a plaster, and you will be all right. But we are so grateful to you. Would you tell us where you stay so that we can take you home? And Jaggu said, Well, I'm an orphan. I live in an orphanage. It's all right. I can go back. No, but we must take you there. And her husband came into the room and he said, You're an orphan? Oh, in that case, we would love to adopt you. And they did. They adopted Jaggu, who grew up to be a criminal lawyer. And Priya stopped and looked at her father. And she said, Criminal lawyer? That means? Yes, her father said. I am that boy, Jaggu. But Dada Dadi love you so much. Exactly, Priya. They love me. And your Aarti Bua? She's my little sister. Priya just stared at him. And her father looked at her and he said, Priya, they never looked at what pedigree I had, who were my parents. They took me, a street boy. They saw the potential in me and they made me what I am today. So sometimes it's very important to see what a person is on the inside. So go back and now think whether you want to drop Chetak, and we'll go and drop him tomorrow. The next morning, Priya was ready very early. As soon as her father got up from the breakfast table, she ran to him. Daddy, can I come with you, please? And her father looked at her. Oh, yes, he said. I forgot you wanted to drop Chetak back where you found him, isn't it? And she smiled. And she said, No, Daddy, I want to buy him a new collar and a new leash for Chetak. Thank you.
Dear children, Namaste. I hope you're enjoying the videos that we have posted on our YouTube channel so far. If you have any queries on morals, on values, or if you have any doubts on religious practices, you can post your queries to our email ID, that is office@rkmmvcc.org, and we will answer your queries through our YouTube channel. Thank you. Thanks. Namaste.